Hello everybody, my name is RPG and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force 3. In today's episode we are going to pillage the fishing village of Anafect, basically, of everything that is good and worthwhile and not nailed down. And I guess the bandits flew over the village towards the train maybe. But also I suppose we'll see about getting a boat or something along those lines, because I think that's what we actually need from here. We're going to Barand, I think it was, or Barand, however you should pronounce that. I guess Barand. Which, if memory serves, I think Symbios went there in Scenario 1, right? I think that was the border town. Yeah, it was the town on the edge of the Republic, I think. So it was like the safe haven that they were looking for. I've completely lost my train of thought. But that's where we're going anyway. A couple of quick disclosures before I get too deep into this one. Number one, this town is a really, really horrific maze, basically, of just paths and buildings and boxes. So I've taken the liberty to spare you me wandering around it completely blindly. And I've already gone through it once to like find the route where I need to follow through it and all the items. So that's going to save a little bit of time. Second disclosure, there's going to be a bit of a stat discrepancy between my stats at the end of the last battle and my stats at the start of the next one, because the version of SSF that I was using just full on... Oh yeah, I bid that, so I could buy that back if I really want. That's neat. I don't think I will ever do that. I don't even know why I checked the deals here. Basically, the version of SSF that I was using, it just ate all of my save states. So, I mean, in fairness, it's my own fault for like leaving off at where General Valent was, and then just not bothering to just really quickly record up to the save point at the end of the chapter, and just thinking, oh, I'll leave that for later. So I had to completely redo battle number 4 and battle number 5, and, you know, when I was doing Dusty Village and I went into the church and saved on a whim, it was a pretty goddamn good idea in retrospect. But, like, I really don't know what happened. Like, I think I broke just that entire SSF version, because none of the states work in any game, and it won't save in anything either, so press F to pay respects for those save states, I guess. Either way, I'm now using literally the most up-to-date release of SSF possible, and, like, everything's been fine on it so far. So, I mean, that's pleasant. Like, it doesn't even... I haven't even once had the issue where occasionally it just freezes and hangs until you save state and load to fix it. So, that's been pleasant at the very least. So what I ended up doing, and it was kind of not, it was time consuming and a little bit monotonous in a way, but it was very nice. And I remember waxing lyrical in, I think, either the very, very first episode or possibly the first Fluff episode, that I wanted the way that I play the battles for people to be able to watch and follow along, and use those to like clear anything that's given them trouble. So what I ended up doing was just literally following along with the videos I'd already recorded and uploaded, and like it more or less played out exactly the same way. So it was nice to see that, you know, it's very easy to replicate. So pretty much everyone is the same level they were at the end of the video. Like pretty much everyone gained the same amount of XP as well, and like I made sure that everyone hit the same things and got the same kills. Even if they didn't necessarily always level from it. So, like, I didn't grind for counterattacks or critical hits and that sort of thing, because it would have just been really time-consuming. The reason there's this minor stat discrepancy is some of the characters actually got better level-ups this time around. So, I think, like, Rock has got 1 more HP. Synthesis has 1 more MP of all things, because you really needed that. And I think everyone else got pretty much the same. Like, some people might have, like, 1 more defense or 1 more agility, but there's really not going to be much in it. And in the long run, it'll make no difference, pretty much, in the grand scheme of things. So, I just ought to get that out of the way first. A passage to Barand, A. Well, I mean, yeah, it's called Boat, I guess. But, I guess more on that later. There's a few items in this town that are actually, like, really nice. One I'm going to grab in a second, but there's a little bit of plot, so I'm going to shush for a minute. So, I guess General Proden's going to go steal our boat. I don't know why actually, I shouldn't have come back in here just yet, because there's an item I want to grab out here first. It only really occurred to me, but I'm carrying around a lot of stuff that I don't need at the moment. So I'm going to just chuck it all in storage. In one of these, I think it's this one, actually. Large mithril tucked away, always nice. What I'll probably end up doing is, at the end of the game, like I did in Scenario 1, I'll just make everybody a whole bunch of mithril armor. Mithril weapons, even. Right, hello, Grantak. I want to give you a whole bunch of stuff. So, this goddess tier can go away. This goddess tier can go away. Let's get rid of one antidote herb. I'm going to try and give everybody, one item slot free for them to be able to pick stuff up conveniently. I'll be honest, I don't think the freeze orb should really be kept on Bernard, because he's a ranged character anyway. So I'll deposit it for now. I'll be honest, it's the sort of thing where I'm probably unlikely to ever use the damn thing, because I'll be like, well, I'll save it for when I really need it. And now I don't want to. I suppose because I've wandered into the hideout headquarters, we'll just have a quick chat. I wonder if they would have been saying this dialogue before I went and did that little cutscene. Would it have been different? To be honest, actually, based on how much the dialogue on NPCs changes based on events, very possibly they might have. Well, I mean, I guess that they're alluding to it there, but it's a little bit on the nose that they're like, ooh, Prince of Raunt, he's been a bit bad since the monks turned up. But, having played through Scenario 1, we already know that that's the case. That Prince of Raunt and his forces are very much aligned with Bullzome. But what we didn't know is that Garzel helped Basander, capture Spiriel, basically. Because we'll meet Garzel, Symbius will meet Garzel, Chapter 3, I think? He's actually, the mid-game boss, as it were. At the falls right outside the Republic. And if I remember rightly, that was actually a really, really tough fight. I think that was the actual longest fight in the whole Let's Play so far. But admittedly, I think a lot of that is because the game probably expected me to have promoted my characters by then. And if I had promoted, it would have been a lot easier. Right, I'm pretty sure there's something in this one. Well, just steal some money from this poor family. Prince Median as a prince, you know, requires all of the wealth in the land. It's important. Okay, so the best boat is away, but the village chief has a boat. Just one, by the sounds of it. Okay, so, yeah, okay. So that confirms it really that... It sounds like the battle was very even, and then Spiriel's army showed up, the Bullzone monks turned up, they turned on Spiriel to capture her, and then just left the Republican army behind. But I mean, I guess it really clearly lays out in the timeline exactly what happens to Spiriel and when. I like this town. Everyone just lives on boats and their aspiration is to get bigger and better boats. Well, I mean, I guess that's a shame. But that is the beauty of having a houseboat. You can just go where you want as long as there's water. Very important item. Oh. Well, I didn't. Well, I mean, I did want to talk to you, but I wanted the item first. Can I have my box item now, please? The Gale Ring, which I think is the agility and defense one. So, it is indeed. I could give it to you. And... Oh, actually, right. So, I reckon Ayudo will have... It's a shame I can't see his HP here. For now... It's really between Waltz and Ayudo. I'll give it to Ayudo for now. Yeah. Hopefully, his agility being so much higher now doesn't mess with things too much. I mean, I guess the alternative is I could just give it to Median and then give the Battle Bracer to Ayudo. Because Median's already the fastest character, so... that might be a valid option, actually. I'll have a think about it. We haven't got too much more to loot now. There's a couple. I think there's a weapon I need to buy in the weapon shop, but there's also a really important item I want to grab first, which is in the chest that we can't access from the other side. Delicious, delicious Protect Milk, or as it's otherwise known, +4 defense for Median. Right. Do we have a deals? Ah! The Tornado Ank. That is a... Ooh, that is a nice attack upgrade. So he might actually be able to beat somebody to death now. Sell the Wooden Rod. Don't need that. What else can we buy? I guess... I mean, I'm not gonna, but for reference... No, it's just worse. Just worse. Oh, you know what that is, actually? It's because he's got the level 1 special now with Rapiers. That'll be why. Same for, like, Campbell. The Halberd would have been a damage upgrade if he wasn't already level 1 in it. Don't think I need... Ooh, Steel Arrow. Bernard? Oh, nice upgrade for Bernard. We certainly do. Sell that. Do we have anything else? Ooh. An upgrade... Oh. Not an upgrade for Waltz. Oh, of course. Like, what's the thing I'm thinking for? Bows, quarrels, and then shells are different. Yeah, of course. So she's on the quarrel, which she's got equipped, so it's no use. Okay, that's fine. Nice upgrade there for Bernard. He's already pretty strong, actually. So, you know, it's enjoyable and nice that I recruited him and he's good. Because he was a very, very missable character. The current is too strong. I guess basically what he's saying there is don't swim. Or don't go in a shoddy little boat. Yeah, fair enough. I like that they've got a fishing warning there. That's nice. Ah, I see. So... Even if, like... Because I was sort of thinking internally while I was more or less rambling. why don't I just see if I can borrow one of the houseboats? But I guess they're not sturdy enough to go through the current, which makes a lot of sense, I guess, as to why we can't and why we need this big, sturdy boat. To be fair, like, that kind of echoes the sentiment we've seen a lot of the time, that the Empire, like, taxes too high and doesn't treat its citizens very well. Who is your son? I don't think we ever meet your son. I think I found all the items in the town now. I think, off the top of my head. Either way, actually, I'll do the little bit of story here anyway, because then I can segue really nicely into the battle. So, the only thing we can't do is we can't go in the village chief's boat, which is that one. But we get to do that after the fight. And I can spy a treasure chest over there. But, a little bit of story, so I'll catch you in a minute or two. So I'm going to cut this one here. I am going to immediately egress out of this fight so I can go and use the armor milk on Median. But then I'll be picking up, like, literally back from this moment at the start of the fight. And I'll be doing that in the next episode. So hopefully I will catch you then.